Hello everyone and welcome to another video version of Powell Press. My name is Bobby Powell Jr., State Senator for District 30, and I'm bringing you another video version of the Powell Press. This week is the third week of the 2018 legislative session here in Tallahassee, and I'm here to summarize some of the ongoings of this week. This week I was able to move several bills through the legislative process. One of the bills that I'm most excited about moving through the process has been Senate Bill 936. Criminal prosecution of juveniles. That's the direct file bill that we've been filing many years. That bill streamlines the process in terms of how we file kids or youth into the adult prison system. With this bill, we've changed the process, or we're attempting to change the process so it's more streamlined to make sure that when someone's direct filed between the ages of 14 and 17, there's a list of criteria that has to be gone through. That passed through the Criminal Justice Committee with a vote of 5-1. And we're very excited to keep that piece of legislation moving because that could change how we do business with our youth here in the state of Florida. Also, we passed a bill through the Transportation Committee with regard to tolls. What it does is, if there's a state of emergency declared by the governor here in the state of Florida, it automatically allows for the counties where that state of emergency has been declared to exempt tolls in that particular county, so that when you're evacuating or when someone is evacuating from those areas, they don't have to stop and pay tolls or worry about passing through the toll and being charged later. Another bill that we passed this week was fire safety inspectors, which moved through its first committee. That bill allows that bill creates a criminal penalty for anyone who is charged with either trying to bribe or persuade illegally a fire safety inspector to pass them through the building permit process. And another bill that we moved through the process, or at least got started moving through the process this week, has been care for retired law enforcement dogs. What that does is that particular legislation allows that any retired law enforcement dog will have a keeper, or the keeper who agrees to adopt this law enforcement dog will be able to be reimbursed up to $1,500 annually for the care and veterinary expenses of the retired law enforcement officer. We're very excited to move that piece of legislation through the Criminal Justice Committee this week as well. Also, as we think about this week has been a major week here in Tallahassee. As we know, the governor released his proposed budget a couple of weeks ago actually, and this week here in Tallahassee, the chairman of the various appropriations committees released their chairman's budgets, which has allowed many of the members here to be excited about proposed appropriations for their particular districts. I'm excited not only for District 30, but for all of Palm Beach County for some of the appropriations requests that we've made and that have been at least shown to be partially funded. We'll find out more as we continue to move through this process. And this week, there was one more monumental event that took place. The Secretary of State, Ken Dexner, announced on Tuesday that the petitioners had gathered the 766,000 signatures required to put a constitutional amendment on the ballot for November for the rights restoration of 1.5 million convicted felons here in the state of Florida. This is the first time that we, the citizens, will have the opportunity to vote to restore the rights of the 1.5 million people who have had their rights lost due to felony convictions. This has been a great week. It's been a hard-working week here in Tallahassee, the third week of the 2018 legislative session. I want to thank you for joining us, and I'm looking forward to bringing you more information next week on the fourth week of session here in Tallahassee.